I'm a gamer. You all know that I am a gamer, okay? So I hit the Chip button. I have a lot of responsibility with Chip too. And so Kara is like, I'm done with Chip. I'm gonna go do my own thing. I'm gonna go do Christmas shopping. You can watch Chip. I'm gonna go get food.
I had to do shopping for Chip's birthday, which is next week.
Is it though? Is it?
Pretty sure, yes. I birthed the child almost a year ago.
So
I thought you were gonna say all by myself.
Well, I mean, Jeremy was there for moral support, but I'm pretty sure I did all the work.
I think the doctors did all the work.
Did they though? They were there to help and make sure things went smoothly. But
they were key after the fact. They did save her.
They did.
But anyways, so I needed something to do while I was watching Chip, like because I like to clean and organize, and I have been on a dishwashing streak. We've talked about this before.
Yep.
So and I'm using my thing, and I use up my first full bottle.
Ladies, be jealous.
Oh, no, well, I've only been doing it for like a month, so don't be jealous until a month ago. Anyways, so you know who, Smart Devices, you guys know who we have at our house anyways. She has an interactive like D&D style game. And I've done this before. So I was gonna ask you, Chris, in a normal D&D campaign, what happens when someone's character dies?
You're out.
Dead.
Dead?
Yep.
Do you like heckle from beyond the grave?
There's a certain amount of overkill that has to happen. So if your HP reaches 0,
yeah,
you have 3 attempts to make what are called stabilizing rolls.
Okay.
So if you stabilize, you stay at 0 HP.
That totally makes sense.
If you don't stabilize, you go to -1 HP. And then I think if you go to -10, you die. Like you're totally dead.
So you can get like
other characters can use their actions to stabilize you.
Can they use like a healing potion on you?
Yeah. So the thing is too, so it's like normally if you go down, you're going down during combat. And the way that Dungeons & Dragons breaks up combat is each person's turn is 6 seconds. So everything that you can do it has to be conceivably done within the span of 6 seconds.
Like action wise.
So
you can't like, so let me just clarify it. Swinging a sword, you don't have 6 seconds to roll the die and get your turn done.
Oh yeah. The actions that you're rolling for are represented in a theoretical window of 6 seconds.
So it's like Bulbasaur in Pokemon, right?
Okay.
A sword attack is plausibly done way less than 6 seconds. But like Bulbasaur uses Solar Beam, he'll charge up and then blast.
Okay.
That like you can't just summon a massive fireball and keep growing and growing and growing for 30 seconds and then throw it in the same turn.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly it. So normally it's broken down into a movement action, a combat action, and a bonus action.
So like
And you're supposed to theoretically get all that done in 6 seconds.
Oh man,
Yeah.
from the sounds of it, I really need to play D&D. And here's why I'm just picturing now. So you could have like an archer on your team that has healing arrows, right? And it's plausible for him to shoot you with one in less than 6 seconds. That's totally plausible.
Yep, that would probably take his full action though.
But if you roll a 1, he could obliterate you on accident and then you're totally dead, right? Like,
Oh, definitely. I've had situations like that before.
that is so funny. So anyways, what makes me mad, and it's the same thing when I started playing Dark Souls, is that I played through the game and I was just getting beat. And I wasn't getting the mechanics and I wasn't like getting into the spirit of the game. And I had tried this little like it talking D&D campaign on you know who, and I just was like, oh, I like went into the dungeon and then I fought and then I lost and then I was dead and the game was over. I was like, this is really dumb. So today I basically went through the same thing. I went into this town and I went into this dungeon and then I get like 4 rooms in. I kill one guy and then I'm fighting this ghost and I get down to 1 HP and I was like, this is really ridiculous. So then I'm like, I'm gonna try and run, and I won all my rolls, which was very satisfying to leave and escape. I got all the way back to town, and I was actually building my character. What they had you do for your character build was you roll like how many ever 6-sided dice, and then you only omit the smallest ones. I think you do 4, and then you the 3 that add up is your stats for that thing. Well, I got 16 on my last roll, and I had assigned a category, so the only category I hadn't assigned was charisma. So like off the off chance, I got like my best stat for my character is charisma, and I'm like, who wants high charisma? Because I've always played Skyrim and Oblivion, and I never put anything into charisma. I wanted strength so I can carry stuff
obvious.
and loot. You're so funny. Oh my goodness. So in this game, I have super high charisma, and anyway, I get back to town and all the townsfolk are like, oh, you're doing such a good job battling the dungeon people for us. Come back to the temple, we'll heal you. So I get like star treatment when I roll into town. Everybody's giving me like health and helping me out. And then when I had to roll for my hit points, I had gotten the charisma. Even you know who was like, oh, you're so charismatic. Here's 5 extra dice to roll for your health. So I was like, dang, this charisma's really paying off.
Yeah, Jeremy, charisma really does.
I wonder if you could like just swoon all the ghosts or whatever. Like you could do that in a real D&D campaign, right?
So I think it's real funny because when you kill like a ghost or whatever.
Reptile man, skeleton, and ghost are who I've come across.
But I'm not talking about Reptile Man right now. So when Jeremy kills the ghost, it says, the ghost is dead. I thought ghosts were always dead?
I guess they're not undead either, are they? Well, their spirit is now dead. You've completely rent them from existence.
And then the other one is skeleton. You go up and loot the dead skeleton.
Well, I also looted the ghost.
So
and you said that
skeletons
was
are undead, so I think that counts as re-killing them.
I just think it's funny because, like, when you see a skeleton, you're like, "Well, that person's obviously dead."
The person is dead, but the skeleton's alive.
Can you imagine if you found a skeleton of whatever, and all of a sudden it starts getting up and like coming at you, like, "I'm gonna get you."
That would be mortifying.
Skeletons to me are one of the coolest. You know, poop on zombies, Chris. Skeletons are awesome, and they're not zombies.
Yeah, well, no, I like zombies. I just don't like the way that people classify zombies.
That's right. So, but like, you know, even like, and think of all the appearances. Skeletons were like one of the first stop motions in major motion pictures, right?
Yeah, Jason of the Argonauts or whatever, maybe.
And then, of course, they're in Minecraft. I mean, how cool is a skeleton Lego? They're just a cool thing that they like move around and, you know, Mr. Bones. You know,
how do you do, Mr. Bones?
They're the pinnacle of anatomy classes. You got the classic skeleton there. Kara, what'd you name your skeleton for your class?
Leonard Bones McCoy.
Bones McCoy.